So let's try that. That's cool. Now we're seeing where the flavor comes from. What is going on, everybody? It's David here, and I am so pumped to be finally back with you. It's been a while. Today we're going to look at 3 steps that you can apply to adding creative gospel ideas to just about any song. Today we're looking at the song Firm Foundation, all right? And so one of the first steps that I would do is I like to chart out the song. I need to see what's happening. That's absolutely crucial, all right? And I chart out the basic chords of the song. So, Firm Foundation, the basic chords are like this. All right, we'll stop right there. So the first thing I do is I chart out the basic chords to the song. The second thing I do is I like to think through what are some possible substitutions that I could apply. And I like to think through applying a minor substitution to some of my major chords, all right? Really relative minor substitutions to my major chords. So what I would do is, on the first chord of that song, it's actually an E flat over a B flat, because that's where the melody is. And so what I would do there is I would actually substitute that E flat for a C minor. Where am I getting the C minor from? The C minor is the relative minor to E flat major. The rule for that is the relative minor is always a 6th degree away from the major chord. So 6 degrees is just really 6 notes away within the major scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I landed on a C. So C minor is the relative minor to E flat major. Let's just try that on another chord. Let's look at B flat. Let's count 6 notes away from B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G minor is the relative minor to B flat major. So whenever you have a B flat, it's sometimes possible, a lot of times, to substitute it for a G minor. Or where you have a E flat, you can substitute it for a C minor, all right? And so you can do that for any major chord. And actually you hear it in the song, because they could play the song like this. What was the difference there? I didn't go to that G minor, right? But they clearly go to a G minor. And so in some ways that could be seen as a substitution to that original B flat chord, all right? So that's the first thing I like to do. So what we're going to do here is we're going to substitute that E flat chord, that E flat chord with a C minor. So, I like that. Now we have another opportunity here because we're on an F. And so we can substitute this F for its relative minor, which is 6 degrees away. Let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've landed on a D minor. So now let's try that. I like that. All right. So that's the first, actually the second step is I like to substitute my major chords for their relative minor. The next step is I like to start adding 5-1 progressions. Now, let's look at some possibilities. Let's take some of those minor chords and let's add 5-1 progressions to them. What I mean by that is this. If I'm going to play a G minor, I'm going to play the fifth of G minor, which is a D. But we're going to say D major because we're temporarily going to think within the key of G major, even though we're playing a G minor, all right, just to make it easier for you. All right, and so we're going to play a D major going to this G minor. I'm going to go to an F, and I'm going to play a note that's a chord that's 5 notes away from the F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to play a C7 going to an F, or a C major going to F. So for all of our chords, whenever we're applying 5-1 progressions, I just automatically go and start adding 7s to them, okay? So we're gonna say a D7 to a G minor, a C7 to an F major, and are there any more? We could even add a G7 going to this C minor in the beginning, all right? So let's try that. That's cool. All right. Now we're seeing where the flavor comes from. So let's just review real quick. First step, you're going to chart out the song. You need to see what's happening. The second step is you're going to go ahead and start adding some minor substitutions towards some of your major chords. So you're going to substitute your major chords for their relative minor. Not all of them, but some of them. Second step is start adding 5-1 progressions, okay? And I'm just going to give you one more thing that I like to do is whenever I have these minor chords, I like to think of some diminished chords that can go to those minor chords. Now, what I would do is if I'm going to G minor, let's say, I would think of a diminished chord that is 1/2 step lower than the chord I'm going to. So if I'm going to G minor, I can play an F sharp because it's 1/2 step lower than G minor. So an F sharp diminished. So let's try that. So F sharp diminished there, go into that G minor chord. Now, certainly I would change some of these inversions, but I just wanted you to see some of the steps that I think through when I'm trying to apply creative ideas to a song. Thanks so much for watching. If you like content like this, do me a favor, go ahead, like and subscribe. That just tells YouTube, hey, these guys are making solid content, and that just promotes it to other people. Also, if you want to learn the piano in a step-by-step process, go ahead and check out my free masterclass in the description below. But until next time, remember this: great worship leaders are always learning. I'll see you guys next time.